Everyone, welcome back. Today, we are going to dive deep into data types in Groovy Script. Data types are the foundation of programming. They tell the computer what kind of values we are working with. In Groovy, data types are flexible because Groovy supports both dynamic typing and explicit typing. That means sometimes Groovy decide the type for us, and sometimes we declare it ourselves. In this session, we will cover all the main data types, that is numeric, text, boolean, collection and special types. We will look at their subtypes, definitions, uses and example. By the end, you will have a clear understanding of how to use them in real projects. Here, first we will see the definition of data type. Data type tell Groovy what kind of values a variable can hold: numeric, text, true or false, collection, functions, or nothing. Groovy supports both dynamic typing and explicit typing. Then let's start with the numeric types. These numeric types are used to store numbers, whole numbers, decimal, or even very large value. Groovy support several subtypes also. That is byte, short, int, long, float, double, big integer and big decimal. So here you can see what is this numeric type. Numeric types in Groovy are data types used to store numbers. They can represent whole number like 10, 200 and -5. Decimal numbers like 12.5, 99.99, and very large or very precious number like this type of number. Then why we use the numeric types? We use numeric types to perform mathematical calculation like addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division. It is used to store counts, measurements, price, or specific values, and to ensure accuracy when working with the large or precious number. Finance, cryptogra- uh, cryptography, and science. Then see this subtype of the numeric type. This byte is a smallest container, range -128 to +127. Example, byte small is equal to 120. Use it when you are sure the number is tiny. Then when we can use short, it slightly bigger, means when number is slightly bigger, range from -32,768 to 32,700 plus 32,767. The example of this is short count is equal to 30,000, useful for small counter. I will show you all this with example in our next video. Now in this video you can understand only definition uses. Okay, yeah, don't confuse. So next, integer, most common type, range up to 2 billion. Example, int age is equal to 29. It's perfect for everyday numbers. Then long is a huge container up to 9 quintillion. Example, long big number is equal to this type of number. It great for timestamp or population data. Then float is a decimal number, less precious. Example, float rate is equal to 12.5f. It good for approximate values. Double is more precious decimals. Example, double price is equal to 99.99, used in scientific calculations. Then big integer, it it used to unlimited size integers. Example, big integer, huge is our this variable, and this type of number, it perfect for cryptography. Then big decimal, exact decimal precision. Example, big decimal pi is equal to 3.14. It best for the finance. Then next type of the data type is text type. These are used to store character and string. Here we use text type for single character like a, 9 or hashtag. We use text type for sequences of the character like hello world, and we use text type for dynamic strings that can include variables or expressions inside them like hello, dollar, curly braces, name. Then this is the use of the text type to store names, messages, sentence, or any textual information. To build dynamic messages by combining text with the variables, and to handle user input, display output, or manipulate text data in programs. Then subtype of the text is character. Character is used for single character like a. Then string is used for sequence of character like plain text like string name is equal to Shubham. And gstring is used for string with the variable substitution. I will show you uh, this part in next video with the example. Now this is only introductory part of this data type. You can write in the notebook all this information. It will helpful for the study. Instead of the whiteboard, I I collect this information here in the word, and I'm showing you this. Okay, so let's see this next type of this data type, boolean. We use boolean only true or false. It is used for decisions and conditions. Then next next data type is collections. Collections stores multiple values together. Okay, this and the subtype of the collection is list, map, and range. List is used to order group of values. Example, def list is equal to 10, 20, 30. You can add, remove, or some values in the list type. Then next subtype is map. Map is used to key value pairs. Example, def map is equal to name Shubham and age 29. It great for storing structured data. Then next subtype is range. Range is used to continue sequence. Example, definition, range is equal to 1 dot 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 5, useful for loops or sequence. Range is used for sequence. In this way, yeah, we can see the list is used for add, remove, or some values. Map is used for storing structured data, and range is useful for loops or sequence. Then last subtype of data type is special types like this closure and null. Closure, it's mini functions stored in variable, and null is represent to no values. So closure makes code reusable and flexible. Closure makes a code reusable and flexible. And null, it means the variable is empty. Groovy also has SAP navigation like question mark dot to avoid errors when working with the null. Means closure are like portable code blocks and null is simply nothing here. So in this way we saw that numeric type is used for numbers from small to huge and precious or approximate. Then text type is used for character, strings, and dynamic messages. And boolean is used for true or false logic. Collection is used for group of values, map, and ranges. And special type is used for closures for reusable code and null for empty values. So our introduction part of the data type is over now. Now in the next video, we will see each type and subtype with the example. So thank you.